dog is behind bars, but has committed no crime. It's part of an innovative program that's a collaboration between Animal Humane Association of New Mexico and the Youth Diagnostic and Development Center in Albuquerque.
However, the students here at YDDC, operated by the State of New Mexico Children, Youth and Families Department, have been guilty of offenses ranging from drug abuse, robbery, assault, and murder. Boys and girls from all over the state of New Mexico, ages 11 through 21, are adjudicated through the juvenile court system and are sentenced to a 1-year, 2-year, or youthful offender commitment up until age 21. What is the connection between these youth and shelter dogs? How can they help each other to reach their full potential? Can the empathetical ties that form between a student and animals they care for be transformed into better relationships between the student and society? What is the advantage for the animals that participate in a program where they are paired with students in a juvenile correctional facility? How does an animal program benefit society as a whole? Project Second Chance gives animals and juvenile delinquents a second chance at life.
Dogs involved in Project Second Chance are those that are considered somewhat difficult to adopt because of age, behavior, even their physical appearance. This program allows us to take these challenges and provide them with a true second chance at being adopted into a loving home. This 3-week intensive training course attempts to change the dog's behavior, therefore making them more adoptable. A grooming aspect of the program provides vocational skills for the students and an improved appearance for the animals. Animal Humane Association and YDDC collaborate in the selection of the animals for the program. Project Second Chance was developed in 1999, with the first of 5 dogs starting the program in February of 2000. With 7 sessions a year and 4 dogs trained at each session, 28 dogs per year are rescued from an otherwise uncertain future. Project Second Chance has an adoption rate of 92%. The gentle method of training is used to teach the students that you don't need to use force to facilitate change in an animal. This method uses positive reinforcement and reward rather than reprimand and punishment. Commands of sit, stay, come, and halt are taught with a series of treats and praise. Dogs are also taught to walk on a leash without pulling and not to jump on people, and house training. Although these problems seem minor, these are often the reason dogs are brought into the shelter and never adopted, resulting in euthanasia. Students are monitored by staff, but are solely responsible for the dog's care. This is a typical day.
When you're walking with her, it's like you're walking with a friend. If you and a friend are walking down the street and you're not talking, it's not a pleasant walk, is it? The two of you are just going. But if you're talking to her, saying, "Peaches, what a good girl. That's a good dog. That's a good dog," then she's going to want to stay with you and keep her right there on your hip, her shoulder.
One of the most important things that we've seen is the feeling of pride that the kids have working with these animals, that they can see a change within the animal and they know that they're the one that facilitated that change, as well as the responsibility of being able to care for an animal. We've had several kids that in their past had some animal abuse issues, and at first our thought was not to have those kids be involved in this program. However, they have worked really well with the animals, and they've had the biggest emotional change that I think I've seen with them.
Naya, Naya,
Naya, that's a good girl.
Naya, 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 Naya. Sit.
Good girl.
Stay.
There you go.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
This is a win-win-win situation. The kids win because they learn to do some new skills. They learn to interact with animals in a way that they never have before. The animals win because they get the skills and they become a better companion for someone. And community as a whole wins because they get a better dog and they get a kid that feels better about himself and the animals.
Me and my dog have a real strong bond together, and we learn from each other, learn from each other's mistakes. I just hope to see my dog go to a loving family, which provides a attention that it needs being at a young age, and of course the patience.
Stay.
No.
Stay.
Good girl. Good girl.
When I found out that I was going to be bringing dogs to a correctional facility, I was excited. At the same time, I wondered a little bit about life behind bars or in a prison setting. I know the power of working with animals and pet therapy and what it can do. It's just confirmed in me that people can change, that dogs can change, that everyone has that potential to grow and to be better dogs, to be better people.
I did something wrong, that's why I'm incarcerated, and me trying to help them makes me understand more about why all the staff are trying to help me to get out and become a better person. Just like we're trying to help the dog to become a better dog so they can go into a loving, caring home. Myself, I have an 18-month-old child and I haven't been able to be there for him. I've only seen him twice. And being here, taking care of the dogs, cleaning up after them when they're sick, just being there for them, giving them love and care that they need, really is helping me to be ready when I get out to take care of my son, because I've never been able to do that.
Remember, you don't tell your dog's a bad dog. There's no such thing as a bad dog. It's a dog that needs to learn a command. No such thing as a bad dog. Get everybody in the sit command. Good, good. Lots of praise for doing that.
We have discovered that most of the people that are serial killers started out as animal abusers. Now, that doesn't mean that every person that abuses animals goes on to be a serial killer, but it does show that there's a connection there, that people that tend to abuse animals lose that sense of caring and empathy that then goes on to people. Most of the kids that are here that we work with are programmatically are from 13 to 15, which is the general age that kids are going to get in trouble. But research has shown us that these kids, without some kind of an assistance to help them change their way of thinking, that they go on to adult correctional facilities. So what we can do with the kids while they're here at a juvenile correctional facility only helps us once they return out into the community. First, we're going to brush her teeth, and what we do is we put a little bit of toothpaste on here. It's chicken flavored, so she's interested in it already. We've seen kids with their special incident reports go down that have worked in our program. Anger management has been improved tremendously. They interact more in their groups. They take initiative in school. We just see a different way of behaving with the kids that have been through the dog program.
The young adults in this program bond with these animals day one, and then 3 weeks later to see how they've grown on a very personal level.
You know, a lot of these dogs were given up for lack of love. For my dog, for instance, was given up because he didn't get along with the cat. And to me, that tells me life. I mean, where the owners were coming from, right? They couldn't love and respect this animal. So I'm giving it the love it deserves, you know, I mean, at a young age in its life.
Seeing these dogs leave after I worked with them is kind of hard. I mean, it's like saying goodbye to like a best friend.
When children are taught to appreciate all living things, respect themselves and others, society gains better fathers, mothers, workers, neighbors, and friends. We all become part of a more humane and caring society. Crime goes down, quality of life goes up. Though it's difficult to measure this empirically, we know by the students' own testimonies that this program is effective.
She's a real beautiful dog. She's not exactly in perfect health conditions, but here at the dog program we hope to change that. And we see a bright future for Sadie.